afternoon, everyone, and welcome to round 8 of the Australian Ladies Teams event. Bella Di Giorgio here doing commentary today for this match. So we have the VIC ladies against the New Zealand North Island ladies. Just checking on pool stat just to give you guys an update on where the teams are situated on the ladder. The Victorian ladies are currently sitting on top, having played 6 matches, won 5. And then New Zealand North have played 6 and are 2-2. So 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. So they'll definitely be looking to get another win today. Against a very competitive VIC side, having been playing for Victoria myself for quite a few years now. Teams just in their huddle now, about to kick off. Just want to give a shout out to my mum for babysitting my boy while I can jump on commentary today for this match. Thanks, Mum. While we're waiting for things to kick off, we're just going to check pool stat again, see who's leading the individuals. So checking the individual stats table, we got Cobby Pool on top, having played 17 frames, won 15. Does have a master break as well. And then second is Julia Ward, Queensland. Played 18, 115. Another very impressive stat. Jolene Coffey from WA. Played 18, 115 as well. And then we got fourth, Lauren Jelly, having played 18, 114 frames. And then coming in, equal fourth with Christy Henville from WA, having played 18 frames, 114. It's looking very close, the top 5. Still plenty of rounds left to go. A lot of pool left to be played. The Nationals can feel like the longest event. With some very, very big days, so we could all very well see this change in a few days' time. Ladies just getting the handshakes or kisses and hugs out the way before it's game on. A best of 18 frames in the ladies division, and at this point in the competition during the round robin, every frame counts. As soon as it hits finals, obviously it's first to the win, but in the round robin, even if you're losing, you want to just get as many frames as possible. It all goes a long way towards percentage. See the VICs are in their huddle. Leading the way is skipper Lyndall Element. Definitely one of the greatest skippers you could have. Very, very experienced, extremely approachable, knowledgeable, and just an excellent leader and person as well. So, Victoria are in great hands. Alrighty, so about to kick off. On the left-hand side, we have Mayana Aspen against Kelly Adair. So sorry if I mispronounce any names. I too have a hard surname to pronounce sometimes. And on the right-hand side, we have Cobby Poole against Claire Shanahan. Claire has come up dry. Not a bad layout here for Colby on the right. I think she'll go reds. Purely because of the yellow on the right-hand rail. Is in a really tricky spot. And trying to clear a path to get the extraction is quite difficult. I would go reds. Just because she's got reds she can use to get onto the red on the right side, or she might be able to pot it clean. Biggest problem for reds would be the red just above the yellow. Those trio of yellows are. Opted yellow. A little bit of work to do. Definitely don't want to be leaving that yellow on the right hand side till last. You're looking to get the extraction early. Herself in a bit of a no man's land. Does have the pot for the right corner pocket, but she might have to play it off the black. And just take control of the pocket. However, we are playing international rules where the turnover rule does apply. It's a nice recovery. And this is the perfect opportunity for her to be looking at extracting that yellow on the right hand side. I think this is the best opportunity she's going to get to do it. Only thing is she will be relying on a little bit of luck to then land on a yellow. But she still has to play at a pace hard enough to get the yellow out. Hasn't quite worked out for her. I think she's at a point now in this frame where she just has to pull up a little bit. Otherwise it's all the eggs in one basket kind of situation. On the left hand side, I believe it's still open table. Mayana to the table. Colby's just tried to play a containing shot there. It was always hard to get a good white though. Good cue ball. Claire to the table. Mayana has chosen yellow. A little bit of work to do. I wonder if those two yellows on the left-hand side plant. And the black ball might go, sorry, the black ball might go to the bottom right pocket. If so, then the yellows are all on. I'd be looking to clear the yellow at the top of the table and then drift down to centre the table. Just get yourself amongst those three yellows. And Mayana has been very fortunate. Providing that 8 ball does go to the bottom right corner, she's looking really good here. Just needs to play a controlled shot. Overran it a little bit. Would have loved to have been close to the left-hand side. She is going away from the other yellow now. Colby's back at the table. Reds are in complete control, covering the black ball. Kelly with a little bit of work to do. With the two reds stuck to the 8 ball. However, she's got reds in the vicinity just to nudge it. Nudge those two reds out. Mayana with an opportunity here. Two very thin cuts. I'd be, if she can, I'd be playing the yellow to the centre and coming off 3 cushions to get back up. But it may potentially be too thin. Overcut that one. Right, Kelly's going to have a difficult opener. Mayana's left the white ball, the cue ball in a tricky spot. It's a nice shot. Unfortunately, Claire has fouled. Very, very good effort. I reckon just a millimetre off hitting that red and hitting the cushion. Would have put Colby under a lot of pressure. But I think you're going to see Colby play yellow onto the red, pot the red ball and get a snooker behind her other yellow, which is the shot. Ball in hand for Kelly on the left. There's a very good chance with the red balls. Having ball in hand, I would have left those two open reds and I would have dealt with the reds around the black. Potentially taking the red below the black ball first, just to get that out of the way. However, she's still in an okay position. Just just needs to be a little bit tidy around the 8 ball. Probably cut the red below the black to the right. Has fouled, all in hand to Mayana. I feel like if you're ever in doubt that there might be an in-off, just screw off the side rail, just to avoid the in-off. That way she can come back out for the red ball that was on the right side of the black as well. Mayana with a great opportunity here. 8 ball does have limited pockets to where it's available. I think it does go to the left centre, potentially, and the bottom right. Maybe try to have gotten closer to the yellow on the side rail. Just a soft screw just to get further down, just to leave yourself a neater shot. This is a very tough pop. And she has cued that in absolutely perfectly. Drilled it in. Doing the right thing, just composing herself. Back to the table. Perhaps a little bit of nerves on the 8 ball from Mayana, having just played in a magnificent shot. Be surprised how many times that happens. It's happened to myself so many times over the years. You play a fantastic shot and then probably nerves get the better of you. Just got to shake that one off. A couple more frames to be played, so hopefully she gets that opportunity to redeem herself. Colby on the board for the VICs. 1 frame to Victoria. Sally looking very good here to make it 1-all. Just got to roll this in a touch. She had a little bit more angle than I expected. Make it 1-all. Right, coming up now on the left, we have Lyndall Elements against Cindy Keegan, and we have Jade Cullen against Mia Newman on the right-hand side. Nope, we switched it again. Jade and Mia on the left, and Cindy and Lyndall on the right. Mia Newman, current Ladies State Champion for Victoria. I believe she might only be 16, 17. But unbelievable effort. unbelievable talent. She's really been putting in the practice and deserves all the success that she's going to get. So young, and she's going to win so many of these events. She's going to travel to many nationals and make many teams. So very happy to see her at the nationals, and hopefully she's enjoying herself. And she's absolutely crunched that break. Yeah, with a very nice layout. I'd actually be going yellows here. They just all seem to link up really nicely, and you've got that troubled red on the right hand side. Whereas yellows don't have any issues. I think your biggest issue is just the yellow that is close to the red up the top table. So I'd be looking to get rid of that one in the next couple of shots. 8 ball goes to left centre, and I believe the right corner. If it does go to the right corner pocket, then you can leave the yellow that is next to the red. It looks like she may be doing that. She's just going to be a little bit tardy with her work here. Play the yellow she's about to now, and then the one on the bottom rail. Has found a good cue ball and has left Jade with a very ugly first pot. There's not many places to hide. Right hand side, got Cindy on the reds. Has blocked Linda's yellow on the left. I wonder if Lyndall is able to play a turnover shot. Yellow onto red and pop the red. That's the shot. She's played that very well. Cindy's still got the 2 reds that are with the yellow in the centre. And a red on the side rail that she needs to deal with. That's a very good shot by Lyndall. Mia back to the table. In the international rules, there isn't great value in leaving a ball over the pocket because of the turnover rule, especially not the way this yellow is situated in the pocket. So I potentially would have just gotten rid of that yellow over the pocket, just so my opponent didn't have any option to play the turnover and take control of the pocket. Still a lot of work to be done. Mia back to the table again. And she'd definitely be looking at going game here. Roll the yellow down on the left, and then she does have the plant to play. Probably would have played it a touch softer just to play the plant. However, this way is also okay. Just needs to leave herself an angle if she was going game. it's just my attacking style. Always looking for a way out, but it's also good to know when to pull up in frames. However, Jade does have a pot on red, a tricky pot. Tried to play safe here. Mia does have another opportunity. And I feel like this is one you really need to take to make sure of the plant. And that's okay. She has plenty of angle now to get back to the left-hand side, so yellow in top right pocket. Just needs to make sure she doesn't nick the black. And she's played that extremely well. Very well controlled. She'd just like to screw back a touch. Just to give herself a nice position on the 8 ball. And again, cued it very nicely. Mia is a lovely cueist. She's taken these last few balls out really well. And in it goes. 2-1 to the VIC. And a nice little mini clearance from Mia. Pot from Cindy. Has left herself along red. It's just going to reach. Actually not a bad shot. Lyndall with a little bit of thinking to do. She might have half a pocket. The reds are very accessible. An option I can see is potentially play that top yellow into the half pocket off the bottom rail and push the red up the rail. Just to kill that red to the side rail. Although I think Lyndall's looking at playing the yellow off the bottom yellow to the bottom left. Big shot. And a very good effort. It's definitely not the worst result. That yellow on the right-hand side just causing a couple of issues for Cindy going game here. On the left-hand side, we have Sweetheart Bennett against Tia Rayburn. Just above the red. Needs to find an angle to extract it. Lovely pot by Lyndall. got just enough angle to pop the yellow and come up for the 8 ball. Yeah, perfect shot. I feel like she played it at a perfect pace, and the cue ball just kept running a little bit. Tables must still be playing a little bit fast. It 3-1 to Victoria. Fortunately, Sweetheart has left herself a very, very difficult position here. Never easy queuing over another ball. Great effort. Landed pretty plumb on the red too. Tia back to the table. A very good opportunity. Even if that yellow on the left-hand side doesn't pass the black, she's got yellows in the centre to get on it. If it doesn't go, I'd be getting on it fairly quickly. On the right-hand side, we have Victoria Heavey against Joey Tome. Joey on the reds. Kind of just needs one good shot to open everything up. Tia's played a lovely shot there, playing the yellow off the red. With her cue ball now. Would have liked to have seen her play that yellow with a little bit of left-hand side just to check it off the rail, so that she's not going away after potting the yellow to the centre. However, she's still in a good position. Or the camera angle might be really deceiving and she may just need to drop in the yellow to the centre and then play the other yellow to bottom right. Yeah, just ran away a little bit there. Means she's having to play a pretty big shot, but again, lovely QS Tia. Very good chance at making this, and it's just all eyes on the pot. You don't have to worry about where the cue ball's ending up because it's just going to bounce off the side. Caught the 8 ball. However, second prize, she is blocking the red. If I'm Sweetheart here, I'm definitely using the red on the rail bouncing it out to get a snooker. Doesn't want to kill the red. She hasn't gotten the snooker either. On the right-hand side, Victoria from New Zealand has ball in hand. And the yellows. Troubled yellow is definitely the one that's with the red ball. I think she was trying to get coverage on the black there. Which has let Joey back to the table, but a lot of work to do in reds. Oh no! Oh, Joey has gone for the big extraction shot on the red on the bottom rail and has potted the black. Very, very risky shot. She's got to shake that one off and just focus on the next frame. Tia's tried to play the turnover shot. Would have loved if that red ball had dropped. That's a nice shot from Sweetheart, providing she's left herself some angle, which she has. Perfect cue ball. It was a very nice couple of shots from Sweetheart Bennett to make it 3-all. I must say I am really enjoying seeing the attacking side here in this match. Both teams are out there playing attacking pool, taking the balls on when they are there, which is really, really good to see. Little element back at the table on the right, Mia on the left. Tied up 3-all. Dry break from Lindell. Claire at the table. Very clustered. I think we're looking at just playing a safety here. Both colours have a lot of work to do. Personally, for me, I look at a table like this, and when there isn't a clear path, and it is open table, just hit a ball. Get a good cue ball. Sometimes you just have to leave it over to your opponent, for them to have a dip, and just wait and see what happens. Be patient. No point in going for something that's not there. A lot of the times, that's how you can win a frame. It's just by being patient, letting your opponent have that turn, pot a few balls, hopefully clear the path. So we might see this frame get quite close. Kelly to break on the left. Good dry break. Lindell's just played a containing shot there. Like I said, handing it over to Claire. letting her have a dip. Just to open things up a little bit more. I think you'll see Mia do the same thing on the left. Layout's not quite there. I think we will see more of the defensive side in these two frames now than what we have in the previous frames. Being all tied up at 3-all as well, it does make a bit of a difference. Claire is on the yellows. Has lost the cue ball a little bit there. She can see the yellow to the bottom right. She can get a good cue ball. Has popped the yellow. I think you'll see her just chip off this yellow that she's closest to and where she's just pointed her cue. Just a containing shot. Obviously making sure you're not getting too close to that pocket. Lovely weight. They've done a lot of damage. Linda's got a lot to figure out on this side. Great shot from Kelly. Didn't actually see that plant that was on. Still work to do. I don't think the yellow on the left-hand side goes down the rail. I'd be looking at just bouncing this yellow out. Yeah, I don't mind that shot. Still a lot to do on the reds. Cueing by the skipper, and I think you'll see Lyndall play red onto yellow, pop the yellow and get the cue ball on the bottom rail. She's played that very well. If you wanted to be really picky, you could say the cue ball could get a little closer to the yellow, but I think that's a very good shot. It's the right shot. And she's gaining more control of the table as well. I think if I'm Claire, I'm just getting this yellow out now. There's not many places for you to hide. And Mia's found herself in a pretty good position here. The 8-ball will go to the centre right pocket, potentially the bottom left. Just needs to be a little bit tidy with the red that's near the 8-ball. Just needs to decide which pocket the 8-ball's going in as well. There's the cue ball going. It's a lovely shot from Lyndall. Very nice double. The problem ball though is the red that's near the 8 ball. Kind of only goes in 2 pockets. Top left, potentially middle left. Sorry guys, I am learning. I don't jump on commentary very often, so the angles is something I'm getting used to. Judging from that, she has tried to open the red. So I'm guessing it doesn't have many pockets available. If I'm Lyndall, I'm actually getting that red out. That is closest to the 8 ball. Would love for that to drop. But that is the right shot because the yellow at the top of the table is being blocked by the red. Claire has actually got control now. Just needs to double the yellow down, get it into a potable position so that if Lyndall were to play the turnover shot, probably would have doubled that yellow to the left-hand side of the table. Get it as close to a pocket as possible, or at least maybe in the middle of the table, because eventually Lyndall is going to play a turnover shot. And while I've been chatting away about the right-hand side table, Mia has to spawn one for another frame. And is just destroying everyone in her path. It's 4-3 to Victoria. Well done, Mia. Showing everyone why you're the Victorian State Champion. Good snooker from Lyndall. Claire just needs to hit a yellow here. You just don't want to foul. Ball in hand is too handy. Claire has fouled. With ball in hand for Lyndall. And you're going to see Lyndall clip off this red on the right hand side and just drop in the yellow. Important to get the snooker here. You don't want to be leaving Claire hot on the yellow. Perfect. Played that well. And she's managed to get the cue ball on the bottom rail as well, which cueing off the rail does make shots 10 times harder. Alright, back to the left-hand side, Cindy and Tia. Good effort from Claire. And Lyndall with a golden opportunity to give the Vics a 2-frame lead. Just a little bit hesitant here, moving the cue ball around a little bit. You do have a whole left-hand side of the table to land in. So I think the way I would be playing this is exactly like that. Just picked the right line. Playing it off the side where as long as you pick your line, you can't really go wrong. The pace she's played it at is fine. She'll just come around the angles for the 8 ball in the same pocket. Or if you play that a little bit firmer. Oh. A little bit fortunate there, Lyndall. Claire has a tricky shot here. I think if it were me, I would just be giving it a good whack and hoping for a result. Uncharacteristic miss from Lyndall. I think she was potentially in two minds about whether to hold for the black in the middle pocket on the right hand side or come around the angles. And that's a result. Great shot from Claire. It's made this frame very interesting. Situations like these, stalemate can occur. So obviously in this rule set, you have to make a genuine attempt at getting out of the snooker. If the cue ball cannot possibly fit through that gap, then it will be a stalemate, and I believe a re-rack. Please anyone correct me if I am wrong. I have been away for a couple of years, so I don't know if any rules have changed. But I believe there's room for the cue ball to fit through to the red, so it is possible to have the attempt. It's a good effort. But this is a really massive opportunity for Claire to bring it to 4-all. Context of the match, this is huge. 5-3 and 4-all. Big difference. As long as she can hold her nerve, Claire, there should be 4-all. Tia going about her business on the left-hand side. Yellow's looking good. Problem balls are the two yellows on the bottom to the left hand side. They do not plant. I think I'd be looking at bouncing them out now and just breaking them up and getting a good cue ball. Anywhere from where she was pointing her cue, just leaving her off a direct pot. So that hopefully next visit she can go game. I think she has left it on the red to the top right pocket. I don't mind how she's played that, but you've just got to make sure your line. I potentially would have played the top yellow first, just straight into it, and left the cue ball on the bottom, potentially where the black is. But still a big pot for Cindy. And she's cued that in like a dream. Really beautiful shot. Still a couple of big shots left to go. But she made that look very easy when I know they're not. This year's Nationals, everyone is playing on the Rasson tables. I personally haven't played on them before. I believe they are similar to a Supreme table, which I have played on. So I'm assuming they're pretty quick, with some good clock. But we're quite a few days in now, so you probably will see the cloth slow down a touch. Having had some really big, long days of pool, so lots of playing. Tia with a really good opportunity here to go game. I think I'd be getting rid of the 2 yellows on the left-hand side. Get rid of the top yellow on the left, and then give yourself an angle for the other yellow below it. And then they just drift up to the centre of the table. Losing the cue ball a little bit. Again, a little bit of the left-hand side would have helped there. Joey on the reds. Has missed a pot. Now Jade to the table. Ball's going to be travelling a little bit on Tia's table now. However, she has played that yellow quite well. She was bridging over it. Just going to make sure you don't snooker yourself on the yellow that will then go to the left middle. Needs to pull up. As she's been able to avoid the snooker. Joey back to the table on reds. Tia was able to avoid the snooker behind the red, and she is now in perfect position to get on the 8 ball. If she's straight enough, she can just roll through a little bit for the black and the 8 ball in the left centre. Or if she does have a little bit of angle, I'd just be screwing back a touch for the 8 ball in the bottom left. And that's a lovely shot by Tia. Tia to bring the VICs in front, 5-4. We'll be very happy that she redeemed herself from the last running. Joey, exactly where she is right now, looking to just leave herself just a pot on the red to the bottom right. Just need to make sure of this top red first. She may just need to stun the red and just leave the white ball, cue ball where it is. Very nice. Providing she's left herself on the red ball. Joey didn't have enough of the red to pot it and get out for the 8 ball. However, she has played a containing shot. Colby on the left-hand side, breaking against Sweetheart. Has broke dry. You could advocate for both colours here, but I think Sweetheart will go for yellows. Purely because of the starter. Trickiest yellow on the table is actually the yellow up at the bulk end of the table. Just because it's away from everything else, I would be playing it now and just getting down to the bottom end of the table. Relying on a little bit of luck here. She has not been lucky. Good effort. That was a pretty thin cut. Colby to the table on reds. Have ended up quite tricky on the left-hand side. So Colby does have a little bit of time and a little bit of room to just get her reds in potable positions. However, the red has stuck to the 8 ball. I think you're just going to see Sweetheart open these up a little bit. I'd be taking the red ball that's stuck to the yellow ball now while she's on it. Is one of the problem balls on the table. Providing the red stuck to the 8 ball goes in one of the centre pockets, then all the reds are on. It's just about cue ball control. I would be leaving the 3 up the top end of the table probably till last and clearing the 3 that are surrounding near the black. Judging by that, the red ball does go past the black ball. They should be looking to play the red above the 8 ball now, follow through to land for the red closest to the right-hand side rail. Those two are definitely the problem reds at the moment. And Joey with an opportunity here to get her first frame on the board. This match. She needs to compose herself. Could say a little bit fortunate there not to drop the 8 ball as well. So ball in hand here straight away. Need to take the yellow. That's on the bottom end of the table near the black. Take that one to the bottom right hand pocket. I'd be following through a little bit. Just to have played the yellow near the centre pocket, potentially off the other yellow. Not sure how tricky these centre pockets are on the Rasson tables. Left herself in a little bit of a tricky position. That's a really good safety. Well played by Jade. Those shots are a lot harder than they look. It puts Joey under the pump here. Needs to pot this 8 ball. Looks good. Right. It's tracking nicely. Was a little bit wide. So Jade with another opportunity here. Again, just needs to be neat with the cue ball. Take the yellow to the bottom right and just screw up middle of the table. Oh dear. Not where she would have liked to have been. I would have given myself a lot of angle there and just either screwed up to the top where the bulk line is. So it really doesn't matter which one you play next, whether you just want to land on one of them. Landing on both is even better. That's where I would give myself the option. Put yourself in the middle of the 2 yellows. Be a little bit closer than she would have liked to the yellow. I think she's still okay. Should just be able to nick it in. And New Zealand North aren't going away. It's going to be 5-all. Has left herself a very difficult shot here on the left. Chinese snookered on the red, and if she were to pot it, she is coming away from the black ball. So needs to play a good shot here, just to give herself a shot on the 8 ball. Sure if that was a foul. No, maybe not. For some reason I thought her cue had flicked one of the yellows on the way up, but maybe not. Anyways, Colby to come off side rail and knock in the red and land plumb on the 8 ball, I reckon. Mayana on the right hand side against Victoria. Providing those 2 yellows, they might plant to the bottom right. Or you might have to make it on. But I think yellows are the balls. Colby has fouled on the left hand side. Ball in hand for Sweetheart. A lot of work to do on yellows. You've got balls on the side rails that need work. You'd be looking at chipping a yellow off the rail and just getting a snooker. Sweetheart might be looking to play an extraction. Very good effort. That yellow above the other yellow on the right hand side might have been bumped out just enough to play in the centre pocket now. to the table on yellows. It's a good effort from Sweetheart. Let's Colby back to the table. That's what you would say is a pretty simple finish. Just need to control the pace here. You don't want to pop the red and roll too short and be in the middle. You want to pick your line and play it with the right amount of pace. Lost the cue ball just a little bit. She played a little bit harder than what she would have liked, but still back her to get this one. It's all eyes on the clock here. And the 8 ball goes in. Victoria just edging in front again, 6-5. But New Zealand North staying very close to them. Very, very close match. Mayana back to the table with yellows. Doesn't exactly have easiest opening pot. It was a good effort. Very, very tricky pot. Does let Victoria back to the table with an opportunity. Opportunity for Victoria here. Just needs to play the red to the left centre, but leave herself an angle to the red to the top left. Maybe she wasn't on the red to the left centre. Mana back to the table again. Only has one ball that she can actually pot. Again, a little bit tricky, hampered queuing. Does make the shot a lot more difficult. Needs the cue ball to pull up. Unfortunate there. Just lost the pace of the table a little bit, Mayana. And Victoria with a massive opportunity to level things up yet again. Stick close to Victoria. I think she's left herself a good little angle here. Just to bounce up the rail. A little too much angle. It's okay. I would like to see her take her time just a little bit more, just to make sure of the line. Because if she potentially had a pot in that, she would have snookered herself on the 8 ball. Just slow down just a touch. Just make sure you cue ball, make sure you know where you want it to go. Make sure it pop as well. Mayana with another opportunity. she'll be looking at bouncing this yellow to the left-hand pocket. Or potting it is even better. Didn't realise it went clean past the 8 ball. So depending on her angle here, she may just be able to follow through and play this yellow, or she may have to play bottom. Oh dear. That'll be a foul from Mayana. And another ball in hand. A couple of ways you can do this. You can literally just drop in, be right behind the red ball, just drop it in with the black to the right corner. Or you can play the way Victoria's played it, with a lot of confidence, which is always nice to see. But I think sometimes with the ball in hand, you just have to simplify it. It can become a little bit overwhelming at times with the ball in hand because there can be so many options. There isn't necessarily a incorrect way about it. It's just about making it as simple as possible for yourself. Simplifying it, especially if you've only got 45 seconds a shot as well. You don't want to be thinking for 40 seconds of it. But Victoria has levelled it for New Zealand North. So it is 6-all now. Very, very close matchup. There have been a lot of awesome large pots out there. There have also been some simple outs and some simple pots. This I think some of the guys, some of the ladies will be a bit annoyed with, but all in all, it's been a really good standard. Like I said earlier, it's great to see the aggression on the table, taking on those large pots, taking on those big outs. Ladies just chatting away, deciding who's where. And we're going to see Mayana back out now for her third frame. She just needs to shake off that last frame going into the third round, the most important round of the match. Especially with it being 6-all. Just need to refresh yourself, have a drink, restart, and take one ball at a time. That's how I would approach it. I just need to make sure as well. Take your time, make sure of your cue ball, where you want it to end up, make sure of those pots. That's key. It's Mayana against Claire. I believe Claire is the captain of the New Zealand North side. Please correct me if I am wrong. Against Kelly on the right hand side. Golden break. It's a good shot from Claire. She just managed to land on that yellow to the right middle. Problem ball is definitely that yellow just above the 8 ball. I don't think it has any pockets available. Especially because the red is blocking to the bottom left. So just needs to do a bit of working out. Unless again, I have got it wrong and the yellow does pass to the right middle and I'll look a bit silly. Good little nudge. I'm not sure if she's actually landed on a ball that she can pot. Might be a lot of eggs thrown into one basket here for Claire. Colby with a dry break and Yellows with a very good opportunity. Would have loved to have seen Kelly have played that a little bit firmer just to bring the cue ball up the table a little bit. She still has a shot. It's a good pot. Really wanted to be clearing the yellow that is just below the red ball on the left-hand side. That's your trickiest ball. And you don't want to be leaving it to last because the transition to it is quite tricky. Good pot from Kelly. She has made some really good pots this match. Good to see. And I'm really liking the attacking style as well. Still a little bit of work to do. Like I said, really needs to get up for that yellow that's with the red ball. Mayana at the table with reds. Has found herself amongst them. Again, another good pot from Kelly, but just losing the cue ball. I think it may be touching ball, which just means that she needs to hit away from her yellow. Sure what Kelly was asking there. I believe it is touching ball. Kelly's just opted to eliminate one of Colby's reds, which I really don't mind that shot. Effort from Mayana. Colby's played a pretty good shot there. Being quite an attacking player myself, I would have gone that option. Sometimes just one good shot is all it takes to break everything open. She's played that really well. Just needs to be tidy with the cue ball now. Finish off the clearance. I'd say she'll be leaving the red on the bottom right till last as her linking ball to the 8 ball. Clear the top 3 first and then just make her way down. And Mayana with a very, very good opportunity here to redeem herself. Get this frame for the VIC ladies. I feel like this is one of those frames where she just needs to go for it now. Colby should still be okay on the right hand side. Just a little bit of hampered queuing. May need to reroute here, play the bottom red, or if she could just drop in the red that she's hampered over, then she can play the other red to the right hand middle. But I think you'll see her redirect here just to get herself into a better position. And where's the cue ball going? Lost the cue ball a touch. She will be playing the red into the middle right. She's going to be going away from the other red ball. But she's got a couple of good shots left to play. That's a lovely shot from Claire. Claire really has the pace of these tables. I've noticed during this match, she's played a lot of nice shots like this where she has to land in a certain area, certain position. She plays them quite well. And commentator's curse. Unfortunately, it's hit then. Has overplayed that one. Does have quite a thin card, and she does have a shot to nothing here as well. I think I would have played that yellow a little bit thicker and just left the white on the bottom rail. Just left Mayana a really difficult red ball. Whereas now she does have a great opportunity to put the VICs back in front. Colby had missed. And then Kelly missed the cut on the yellow. Now Colby back to the table. Does have angle on the top red, but she needs to avoid the yellow on the side rail. Mayana with an opportunity here on the 8 ball. Just needs to compose herself. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Wow. That's some incredible fortune right there, ladies and gentlemen. The pool gods are on the VIC side right now. Very, very fortunate to pop the black ball there. And on the way through has nicked Kelly's yellow and killed it to the side rail. Big double coming up. It's an all or nothing shot. And she knocks it in. Great shot. Great composure. New Zealand North looking great on both tables right now. Claire, black, 8 ball to the left centre to bring them in front. Hey, that's a great finish by Claire. And a little victory dance. New Zealand North getting up and about here. Unreal couple of frames. At one point, it was looking like it was going to be an 8-6 to Victoria. There it is. However, it is 8-6 to New Zealand North. They have hung in there in every single frame. So it is a best of 18 frames. First to 10 is the winner. What a match we have on our hands here. New Zealand North have really dug deep. Like I said, they've hung in every single frame. Got Mia Newman back out and Lyndall Alleman back out for the VICs, and Cindy Keegan and Jade Cullen, New Zealand North. Two very big frames. cluster on Lyndall's table. A little bit to figure out. Again, might be one of those frames where you just hand it over to your opponent. A lot of work to do on both colours. Good shot there from Mia. Not sure if she's actually landed on another yellow, apart from the yellow to the left middle. Good shot. Has pushed Cindy's red to the left-hand side as well. Just needs to figure out a way in which she's going to pot the yellow that's next to the red ball in the middle of the table. May need to find an extraction somewhere, or just a little nudge even. If I'm Mia, I'm just exactly that. She was too quick for me. I'm just getting my yellow out. A lot of work to do for Sydney on the reds. And just making sure all my yellows are in the open and available for hopefully another visit to the table. That's the right shot. And while I've been chatting away about the left table, on the right hand side, Lyndall is just potting away. Still has a very difficult yellow in between the red and 8 ball that needs to be dealt with, and I think she's got an angle to do exactly what she's lining up, is pot the yellow and push the red into the black and yellow. Just needs to make sure she lands on the other yellow. Has missed cannon. Has left herself in a very, very difficult situation. Doesn't want to pot it. I think that red that Jade's about to line up does pass the yellow. I would be looking at playing a turnover shot as soon as possible. Playing a turnover, getting a snooker, and eliminating Lyndall's yellow ball near the pocket. I wonder if the yellow that is next to the black does actually go to the right side of pocket. Or I think it does pass to the bottom left corner pocket, which I think Lyndall is straight enough on the yellow in the pocket to screw back, but you need to control this and judge the pace extremely well. If the Rassons are similar to Supremes, and I know how fast they are in this type of cloth as well, so just needs to be careful with the pace, not to snooker herself. Wow. Can't believe that's rattled. I blinked and I actually thought it was in. And would have landed pretty nicely, or as good as she probably could have, on the yellow as well. Jade back to the table. I'd like to see Jade just slow down a touch. Just have a walk around the table and really acknowledge all her options. Because something like this can happen. I think if she had just walked around, had a look properly at her options, where she wanted the cue ball, just slow down a touch. Because now she has left Lyndall another opportunity, and this one is a little simpler than the last one, with the yellow being out of the pocket. Again, just needs to control the pace. And that's okay. Providing the red's not too close to the yellow, that's fine. Because she can actually play the yellow to the bottom left and hold on the red for the middle. And sorry, hold on to the red for the black in the middle pocket. I think this is okay. Just like that. Perfect. Massive frame, this one. Just need to compose yourself. A little bit of hampered cueing here for Lyndall. And it's a great shot. Very nicely done, leading the way, the skipper. 8-7, New Zealand North. Still leading the way. Good shot from Cindy. May not look like a lot, but she has blocked the yellow that is just below the red. And her red is now in the open as well, so a bit to think about for Mia. I think if I'm Cindy, I'm actually just knocking out the red that's just above the yellow. I'm getting that out, and I'm going to leave the white on the bottom rail. Don't think I'm going to attack here. I think I'm just going to get my balls into an open area, and I think taking that red ball out is the way to go. You just want to make sure you get a good cue ball on the bottom rail. And proving me wrong, that's a good shot. I don't mind that. Just needs a tidy cue ball here. If she's going to go game here, which if she really doesn't have a choice, she needs to screw the red ball into the pocket and actually come up the side rail. Oh, cue ball, cue ball. I really think she had to dig into that one and screw the red into the pocket and then come up to the rail for the other red ball down to the right corner pocket. Big shot now for Cindy. Needs to pot this. Needs to pot this, or at least hit it and potentially get a good cue ball. The yellows are just waiting for Mia. Right, we've got Sweetheart Bennett against Joey. That looks good. That's not a bad shot from Cindy. Got the good cue ball, but the red ball is in a position where Mia can play the snooker. I think that's what she's going to do. Just like that. Apologies, it's not Joey, it is Karen the Gov Winter. It's the governor. The governor showing off putting 2 balls at once. On you, Gov. Up go the eyebrows. The red ball next to the yellow on the right-hand table does go up to the corner. If Govey can play one good shot, she will be automatically on that red ball. Or she's going to play the clam. Not a bad shot. Red balls are in prime position now. Mia just landing absolutely plumb to take out these last couple of yellows from the 8 ball. Sweetheart just hung that yellow over the pocket there. I think if I were Gov, I'd just be looking to play the turnover right now. Clipping off the right-hand side of the red, putting the yellow, leaving the white in the jaws, if you can. Or, again, I may have got it wrong and the red might actually pass under the yellow. We will see. Mia for the 8 ball to the left centre pocket to bring it to 8 all. Mia Newman, absolute superstar of this match. I'm going to call it now the MVP for this match. Playing absolutely unreal for the Vic ladies. I wonder what Sweetheart's plan is here. She can't exactly play an easy turnover. The yellow and the red. She's potting nicely, but there needs to be a plan. Only option I can see right now, it's quite a difficult one. It's play the turnover, pop the yellow onto the red and actually screw up the table. That was a very, very difficult shot to play. It was a very good effort though. But I think the option there was to yellow onto red, screw up left hand side of the table and get the cue ball anywhere behind the yellow and the 8 ball. Leaving Gov either a really difficult pot on red or no pot at all. Gov here with a huge opportunity to bring the Vics in front in what has been an extremely close match. Needs to pull up, and it's okay. Should have rathered the red to the middle pocket, but I think she's just going to have to take this and drill it up to the top corner. Big shot coming up for Gov. Oh, what a shot. What a brilliant shot from the Gov. Just needs to compose herself for this 8 ball. We've seen it a couple of times in this match. There have been some fantastic shots, followed by some not so fantastic shots. Maybe nerves getting in the way. But she has played that to perfection. And I must commend Gov as well. It's not easy coming off the sidelines, coming off the bench. Sometimes you can feel a little bit cold when you first get out there, especially coming in as well in the third round and at a very important time in the match where scores are extremely close. So it just shows Gov's experience and knowledge of the game and yeah, I guess mental strength to be able to come out off the bench third round, very tight match and win the frame. So good on you, Gov. So the VICs have hit the lead again, 9-8. And this is it. Best of 18 frames. So the best New Zealand can do is to get the draw, which I think they would be over the moon with, considering they were behind the entire match. It's up to Tia here to secure the win. Victoria didn't want that nudge. Would have loved to have come past that red. But you're going to see her flick off the yellow ball down, try and get a good cue ball. There's a cue ball. It's not bad. Work to do for yellows on the for Tia on the reds. Problem of red that is just wedged between the yellows and the 8 ball. It's a good start. Would love to get ball in hand here, Tia, just to be able to deal with that red next to the 8 ball and just bump it out. Ball in hand for Tia. Would love to use one of these reds on the side to just nudge into the 8 ball and the red. Doesn't need to be a big extraction, just a little nudge will do. Oh no. Oh dear. Lost the cue ball. Victoria, does this yellow go past the red to the left centre? That is the question. Again, I would love to see Victoria just walk around the table, just have a bit of a look. I think she's rushing just a little bit. I think she's going to play this shot, but we're just getting in the head ref to have a look at it. Be losing the cue ball a little bit here. Just needs to find the gap between the 2 reds and give us up a shot. That's a brilliant shot. Lovely shot from Victoria Heavey. And this is also a massive shot. Just needs to be careful of the cue ball. Oh, what a great shot from Victoria. New Zealand North. closing it out with a draw between New Zealand North and Victoria. That was a cracking match, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in, and I shall see you guys in the next coming days and hopefully the later stages of the tournament. Absolutely wonderful match, and thanks for having me. Thanks, guys.